Hi babies, hello, how are you? I hope you're well. I hope this video finds you well. Yes, I hope it does. This is a general message, so take what resonates, leave the rest. Use your own intuition, use your own discernment, please and thank you. It is also timeless, so whenever you find it, it's the right time, okay? Let's go. I was called to look up the totem, the animal spirit totem of the buffalo. So let's get into it, shall we? It's story time with Melly, okay? Hang in there. The buffalo spirit animal totem recognizes that life lives on life, life eats life, and life is born from life. The cycles of creation and destruction are not to be feared if honored with gratitude. We do not have to struggle to achieve our goals when we honor the resources we already have. Abundance does not come from working hard. It comes from learning to enjoy the effort of our tasks. And right when I looked up, it was 111. White buffalo calf woman brought buffalo medicine to the Lakota people as a gift in the form of a pipe. Because of this, the lessons of buffalo medicine are found within the drifting blue smoke of the sacred peace pipe. When you are having fun, enjoying what you have, you are rich beyond measure. If you find there is no enjoyment in the task before you, ask yourself if you should continue. Okay. Have you secretly made a contract to suffer in the hopes that your suffering will deserve a reward? Let me read that again. Have you secretly made a contract to suffer in the hopes that your suffering will deserve a reward? I could think a lot of things about that. Are you staying at a job you hate? Are you staying in a relationship you hate? Do you go see your family that you just can't stand? They're bad for you. Yeah. Do you think you're gonna be rewarded for putting up with that shit? Yes. Is it time to change tactics? All you have in life is how you spend your time. Suffering through a task in the hopes of some future gain is a confounding trick of the mind, and that will never return the profits you seek until you drop the mental anguish and enjoy what you have, no matter how humble or grand. Bison follows the easiest path, your personal path. Though full of obstacles, it's ultimately the easiest path you could take because it is most fulfilling. If you find you must continue in a task that seems a burden, ask yourself, how can you make it fun? Yeah, how can you make it fun? Find purpose in it. Did you lose track of the purpose? Listen to your thoughts that cause your discontent. What conclusions have you made that are blocking your enjoyment? What judgments can you let go of to open the range of your experience? What conclusions have you made that are blocking your enjoyment? What judgments can you let go of to open the range of your experience? Interesting. Wow, it's just getting crazy up in here, huh? Another message of Buffalo asks you to look at your relationship to prayer. Oh damn, I didn't read this far. I was just called to click on the damn page, but we getting into it. I'm having fun. A much abused word, prayer is not about folding your hands and asking unseen forces for the things you want. A prayer, in the Buffalo medicine way, is a shaman's gesture of wonder and awe. It is the act of beholding the magnificence of earth and the cycles of life and death. It is the act of beholding the magnificence of earth and the cycles of life and death. Buffalo reminds you to let go of your desires long enough to receive that which you desire. Detachment, right? And that's what I'm getting from that. If you are too full of wanting, yearning, needing, longing, how can you receive that which you want? Yeah, it's like when someone's like too clingy on you and you're like, oh, you know, I really like your love, but it is like, you're starting to choke me out. Like, you're petting the cat too hard. Like, that's what I'm getting from that. Is somebody petting the cat too hard? You're gonna pull that, you're gonna pet the fur right off that cat, okay? That could be taken many a ways, so. Maybe someone's been jerking a bit too much, okay? I had to say it. Maybe somebody's been DJing a bit too much. You might need to pump the brakes on that, okay? Do what you will with that, but maybe that's a message in here. If the buffalo spirit totem is meandering through the fields this month, be grateful for what you have before seeking more. Okay. So if you're like being drawn to like buffalo medicine, or, you know, obviously this message has buffalo medicine written all over it, be grateful for what you have before seeking more. By finding the sacred in the mundane, we receive more than what we could have ever imagined was there. And that's going back to how can you make these tasks that, yes, you know, doing the work, you know, doing the spiritual work, looking at yourself and having to look at these ugly, quote unquote, ugly parts of yourself, these not so you know, your cringe beast mode. And, you know, whenever you're getting caught up in, you know, old habits, or, you know, you're having to witness yourself in the not so pretty ways, how can this be made fun? Be like, oh, you know what? I'm glad I'm getting to look at this stuff because I'm going to feel better as soon as I release this and accept it. You know, accept it, feel it, and then just be like, I don't need that anymore. Or transmute it, you know, obviously if it's something that you have to use, transmute it into a benefit. Buffalo spirit animal totem, a deeper connection to the spiritual reasons for your actions is being asked for at this time. What is the difference between religion and spirituality? Motivations for work come from connection with our personal gifts, and our personal gifts come from our higher self. If you are going through the motions of a job you don't like, it is time to reconnect with your life purpose. How do you find clarity on such an elusive notion, especially when we are often good at a variety of things? How do we figure out what we are supposed to be doing? Call on Buffalo Spirit Animal Totem to find out. Enter a sacred silent space and connect with your greater spirit. All right, well, let's just get right into it. There's some questions that need to be answered, apparently. You know, I was going to use that deck, but let's get into something different here. It's, you know, switching up on me. Switching up. We're going to give her the old switch. Hi. Give her the old switcheroo. All right, so how can we make the mundane more fun? Keep trying with our little stars. Okay, so maybe, oh, holy shit, okay. Well, I just never noticed the back of these cards, and that was just like, it came in a meditation the other day, so that's interesting. Yesterday, but anyway, it's irrelevant. Keep trying. Maybe you could see it as like, you know, when you were a kid and you played pretend, you know, play pretend that you're in a movie, or you're the star, you're the main character, and it's whatever you're doing is very important. Keep trying, keep doing it, even if it feels like it really sucks. Oh, there's a lot going on. Okay, damn. All right, shit. Well, this one might clarify that. Better than you can imagine. Keep trying and it'll be better than you can imagine. So maybe that's like hanging on to that longing, you know, you're like, oh, just yearning, wanting, aching for it. By letting, you know, keep trying to do something else, find something to distract you, have fun in where you are right now, you know, finding joy in what you have right now. That's gonna help grow that little fetus, your little whatever manifestation or whatever, that's gonna help it grow. Okay, all right. Unknown gift, interesting. So what did it say? It was something about, yeah, so motivations for work come from connection with our personal gifts, and our personal gifts come from our higher self. If you are going through the motions at a job you don't like, it's time to reconnect with your life purpose. How could you find clarity on such an elusive notion? So that's telling me that, yeah, okay, so say you're like, you really just like cannot move at this very exact moment. You have to wait for something to come in, or, you know, you feel that there's a roadblock of some sort. How can you find purpose in what you're doing right now, even if it's something you really hate? You're scrubbing toilets or whatever you don't like. I mean, whatever. It's something you're super not happy about at the moment. How can you turn that into being in your purpose right then? Do you run into people? Could you just put the intention, your love, into whatever you're doing? And you know how it said that prayer, that's putting your intention into something. So by cleaning something, polishing something, you know, whatever you're doing, if you're a cook, putting your intention of love and changing the world, you know, whoever eats this food, may they, you know, raise higher in vibration from this, and, you know, continue to raise the vibration of our planet and universe. Opportunity. And that's a little woodpecker. If opportunity comes a knocking, open the damn door. I was gonna say, if the vans are rocking, don't bother knocking. Does somebody live in a van? I want to know. That might be your that's why this is your message, if you live in a van. And please tell me it's down by the river, because that's badass. Open your eyes, and that could be more of your spiritual eyes, your third eye, of how you can grasp opportunities. Take charge, or, you know, be more open to other opportunities. Like maybe you're just clinging to things that just need, like you imagine, oh, my job needs to be like this, my purpose needs to be like this, it needs to be this big, great, giant thing, when in fact there's like little moments throughout the days. Like even if you're not at a job, like you're just out on the street and you pass a person, you smile at them, that's part of your purpose right then and there. You brought light, brought higher vibrating energy to somebody just by doing that. That was your purpose. So maybe there's this, you're clinging. This is number 16. For some reason I was called to do that, so that 16 might be significant to you. You might be clinging to, oh, well, my purpose needs to be this big, giant thing, when you have many purposes. It's in you. If you're having those doubts, I think it further up in the, I didn't read it on screen, but on camera, but it said something about how bison are like resilient, and they're the descendants of the woolly mammoth. So they have this like ancient descendant, their ancestors are, super ancient. And, so that's like that. You have that in you. You have your past life knowledge, you have your ancestors' knowledge, you have all of that within you, and you can tap into that just as soon as you're willing to, get into that, tap into your higher self, and get more in that calm state of like having fun. So that might be you're called to have more fun with the things that you do, just the mundane. Maybe it's making breakfast for your kids and you're just like, ugh, just exhausted, whatever, when you can be bringing purpose to that and, shifting whatever, whatever little mundane things you're like, ugh, well, I don't want to do this, laundry, whatever. How can you make it more fun? How can you make it more purposeful? Maybe when you're folding your clothes, you put purpose into, okay, whenever I wear this shirt, this is what's going to happen. This great thing is going to happen. I put that intention into this shirt. And I'm getting that's your unknown gift, is your ability to have this, like, put intention into anything. That mundane. Yeah, so by doing that, because we have the you're about to shine, so by doing whatever little intentions you can in everything that you do when you're vacuuming your house, like, may this remove all negative energy and bring prosperity in, or make room, remove all negative energy and make room for prosperity. I welcome prosperity into my home, infinite abundance into my home. Those little things, that's going to bring you to this shine. That's going to, you may feel that you're in this, like, oh, well, nothing's here yet. I'm longing for this. I want this. Where's my manifestations at? You're meant to find little joys and find joy in these little things and, like, focus on the mundane and, bring intention into it, versus like just obsessing on these manifestations that you want to come in, or like your purpose, whatever. And with it being it looks to me like an armadillo. I could be wrong, but keeping your protection up against like negative thoughts. Like what thoughts are you feeding? What ones are you just letting pass by and be like, thanks for stopping by, thanks for showing me where I need to heal some more? If it's a really negative thought, to be like, okay, I see you driving by, later, bro. I'll fill my head with better thoughts just to make up for that. I want to use this deck. I've been wanting to use it. Once again, thank you all for the donations, because I just keep buying these fun little decks and I'm just having fun with it, and it brings a different vibe to these readings, and it's just cool. Gives you something to look at. So this is the Mystic Martian Oracle. I literally just got it today, so we're gonna see what it's about. Okay, what's another message in this? Fire element, warrior, passion, fearlessness. Damn, the triangle again. Y'all, tell me what's up with these triangles. If you're seeing them everywhere, like, because we got that here, we got that here. Wow. Warrior, passion, fearlessness. I have the little book here. Why not? I guess it's story time with Melly today. Number 30. How about that? Where are we at? Oh, there we go. Okay. Sick. Seriously, thank you all for your generous donations. I really do appreciate it. You make a huge difference. It makes me feel spoiled, and I get to get cool stuff like this. Okay, fire element. Fire is one of the 4 classical elements and critical energetic forces that sustain physical third-dimensional life on our planet. Fire rules Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Archangel Michael rules the fire element. Prometheus is a fire deity. Fire, choleric, is a masculine yang element. Fire symbolically rules confidence, creativity, initiative. So action, vigor, warrior, passion, vitality, leadership, fearlessness, like once again, determination, motivation. Summer solstice, the sun, heat, gut instincts, appetite, daring, and drive. And the negative, or like, the reverse, like possible shadow side of that would be jealousy, violence, destructive, irritable, rage, hate, explosive, haughty. Okay. All right. So there might be a need to, maybe there's some passion that has been lacking within what you're doing, and by finding like purpose within the mundane, that's gonna get that passion back. Be like, I do make a difference. Every little thing you do does make a difference. If you put your intention into it, even if you don't go out and tell somebody anything, but you're putting your prayer, your thoughts, your love into something, you are making a huge difference in our world. Energetically, for sure, and physically, of course. You are making a huge difference. 27, we've got crop circles, messages, curiosity, signs. And I like how there's like little orbs. Let's see, what does the crop circles have to say? The crop circle phenomenon has intrigued oh my goodness, I don't feel like reading this. Yeah, I'm not gonna read that. Okay, card meaning: signs, omens, messages, texts, emails, curiosity, communication, unexpected, acknowledgement, validation. So, okay, here, that was easier than having to read that story. Don't make me say words that I can't read right now. My eyes are tired. What I'm getting here with that crop circles, with like the messages and all of that, as soon as you get it back into that power, into your passions and like juicing yourself up and, finding passion and joy and excitement in the mundane in your everyday, like how can I make anything fun? Anything that I gotta do, I gotta clean my house, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, I gotta run errands. How can I make it fun? And in that creativity, that's going to bring messages of what you need to do next from your, these light beings, because, this is like a Martian deck, these otherworldly beings. So you're going to get these messages from these light beings that are aligned with only pure source, that on what you need to do next. Your intuition is going to be more in tune because you're finding passion in these little things, and you're getting into a higher vibration, and the higher vibration you are, the better your intuition and the stronger your messages are. So, and you just feel better. So that you're just going to get better messages, stronger messages from that. Or you get a physical one and be like, oh, the job you've been waiting for, you applied for and they never got back to you. And it's like been months and months and months, and you're like, well, maybe I wasn't like picked or whatever. And then they'd be like, hey, we had some weird thing. There was like a hold on finances. They had to get their money right before they put a hold on, actually bringing in candidates for the job. And they're like, hey, you want to come in and do an interview? What up with it? Come on down. Just little things like that. It's, as soon as you find this passion and creativity and get into that higher vibration for all the mundane, your shitty job, your shitty relationship that you're like in the midst of leaving or whatever, choosing to take these steps, how can you have fun and like find excitement in it and, in the unknown versus, operating from that fear? Word. All right. Anything else, babies? Anything else? Flower of life, inspiration, awe, and dreams. Let's read on that, huh? Shall we? maybe that's something you need to meditate on, because I looked at that and like taking that breath like was soothing and relaxing to me. So, you know, pause it on this and meditate and just take a breath and gaze into that if you feel called to do so. Because as soon as I looked at that and I took a big deep breath, let it out with some noise, you know, and then like you let it all out, so like everything is like completely empty and you feel like your stomach's sucking. Do one of those. Maybe that'll help, because that felt like very soothing and relaxing. So maybe your little nervous system is a little activated, huh? You're a little jittery, a little anxious, because you're yearning and longing for these meditations, for these manifestations. So your ass needs to meditate, all right? Maybe you're meant to meditate on this image to get, you know, those answers, those messages, if you will. How? The flower of life is the geometrical 2D template that represents the self-organizing unfolding of everything in dimensional layers of the living universe that fractures from the micro to the macro. The geometrical circular pattern with evenly based overlapping circles creates a continuous 6-petaled flower design that also contains the Star of David, hexagon shape, when intersecting points are lined up. Within the template is Metatron's cube, which we got right here on my chesty. And as the pattern expands in a fractal fashion, also dimensionally the hypercube. The hexagram contains all 5 platonic solids of physical matter: tetrahedron, cube, octahedron, dodecahedron, and icosahedron. I don't know how to pronounce that. Someone can tell me how to pronounce it in the comments. Be kind to me. I just know how to read things. I don't know how to pronounce them. The flower of life is the symbolic visual expression of the all and source that interconnects, contains, and weaves all life, dimensions, and living information as above, so below. Some have equated it to the Akashic records. So maybe get into that meditate on this image where you take those big deep breaths. And on the back of this card, we have DNA strands. So I'm seeing that if you choose to, if you are one of those people that can meditate on an image, you might be able to kind of connect with your past, which you know it says the Akashic records. You may be able to connect with who you've been in past lives, or you know, just what your ancestry is, where your DNA comes from. And I'm also seeing that your ability to change your DNA, so, you know, turn on, you know, the abundance gene. So, you know, while you're meditating and like, you know, doing, you know, do the gaze where you let things go out of focus, where you're not really focusing on anything, you're kind of like just staring through the image. And by allowing that and, you know, focusing on your breath and kind of just softly looking at the image, you are able to tap into your DNA strands. And if you're wanting abundance, or to find your purpose, or to become more intuitive and tapped in, or, you know, you want to lose weight or anything like that, you can go in and focus on the genes you want to turn on. Focus on the positive. So you go in, and that's what, you know, DNA strands look like. So whenever you're looking, imagine those little DNA strands, and you want to turn on the ones. So if it helps to see like it labeled like fast metabolism, go turn it on, you know, like it's a little light, bing, turn it on. If you want to go, you know, see a little label somewhere, a little placard while you're walking through, you know, your body, your physical self, go turn on the abundance gene, bing. Or I don't know what else I said. Oh yeah, your intuitive qualities, your psychic gene. Go find that DNA strand and go turn that on. You know, look for the little placard while you're walking around through all of your little, you know, it could be like you imagine it a hallway and you open each door and you're like, hey, what's in here? Oh, okay, there's my intuitive, my psychic abilities. Let me go turn that on. Bing! Go focus on that while you're meditating. Some initiates often use the sacred geometric flower of life pattern as a meditation modality. Damn, bitch, what'd I say? To evoke complex states of dimensional awareness and degrees of spiritual enlightenment. Bitch, dimensional awareness. Okay, so maybe I'll do like a little guided meditation after this. To evoke complex states of dimensional awareness and degrees of spiritual enlightenment. The flower of life is a simple representation of the holographic geometry, the mechanics of natural law of conscious awareness and of paradigm and understanding. Inspiration, wonder, spatial awareness, awe, insightful fascination, epiphany, dreams, depth, space and time, understanding and perceiving. Damn. Okay. So I'll pull one more and then maybe I'll just go into the guided meditation real quick. Just a little one. Water element, reflection, kindness, compassion. So if you're there may be some emotions that need to be felt in order to say, like, you do want to turn these jeans on, you do want to step into this, you know, your manifestations, all of that. There needs to be some emotions felt and released because those are blocking you from what's happening, what these manifestations, whatever you want to come in, wherever your purpose, all of this, there's emotions that are keeping you stuck. You're not consciously doing it, but there needs to be something felt there. All right, let's get into it. You can leave now if you don't want to do a quick little meditation with me. Okay, let's do it. So, sorry if it moves, but you know, I'm doing this on a whim. All right, so we're gonna start with taking a big deep breath. Holding it, 3, 4, 5, and letting it out all the way. And feeling that breath from every part of yourself leaving your body, leaving from your feet all the way to the top of your head. That whole breath needs to be gone. And then we'll do that again. So when you feel your next breath all the way in, you're gonna feel it, and it's gonna fill every part of your body. And then you're gonna hold it for 5 seconds. And then when you release it, you're gonna leave every part of that breath you're gonna feel it leave from the bottom of your feet all the way up your legs, and then, you know, leave from your hands all the way up your arms, out of your head, to out of the top of your head, and all of that breath is just gonna completely leave you. So let's try this. All right, take that big, deep breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out. Until all of it's gone out of your body. And then back into it. Big deep breath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then all the way out. And as you keep your soft focus, or you can close your eyes and start to imagine yourself enter a hallway where there's many doors, and they each have placards, labels, however you want to see it, of things you want to turn on, the genes you want to turn on. You can take a wander, keep focusing on your breath, and look around. What do you see? Do you see the metabolism genes? Do you see the star quality genes? Do you see the intuitive psychic genes? Whatever door you want to go in, enter the door and you'll see those DNA strands all over. And those strands are not lit up, they're gray. And as you go in and you see the label of which one you want to turn on. So let's say fast metabolism. We're going to go in and click a little switch or pull a little string to turn that light on, turn that gene on. Whatever color you want. It could be like a neon light or a fluorescent light or just as long as it's lighting up. And it's just that easy to light that gene up, to ignite that gene, to awaken that gene within you. And then you can go on to the next one, the psychic gene. And then go in there, flip your little switch on. It's just that easy. That's all you have to do. And it's done. You now have a fast metabolism. You now have you're very psychic. You are now very successful. Whichever success gene you want to turn on, just go ahead and turn that on. Whatever color it is, neon, glowing, fiery, however you need to see it to make you believe that you are turning that gene on, and it is just that easy to turn it on. And keep opening doors and turning whatever gene on you want. The filthy rich gene, go ahead and turn that on. Is it gonna glow green? Is it gonna glow gold? What is it gonna glow? What color is it? That was easy, wasn't it? And if you find that it's hard to turn one of those genes on, just simply take the time to you can imagine a padlock where you have to enter a code, and you can figure out the code. You can shoot the lock. You can bring bolt cutters and cut that lock off, or open the cage to it that's surrounding the switch. There's ways around it. Take your time. And as you keep walking down that hallway and turning any gene that you want on, positive only, focusing only on what you want, only the positive, keep turning them on. And whenever you're done, you can come back either to your breath, feel your little toes wiggle, and slowly enter back into your body. And take those big, deep breaths. And you can slowly start opening your eyes or focusing your eyes if they've been open this whole time. And come back to your present. And know now that your body, your physical self, has turned on those genes just so easily. And so it is. That's all you have to do. Maybe drink a shit ton of water after this meditation, but you will be abundant, lucky, rich, fast metabolism, super shredded, turning the muscle gene on, all of that. Whatever you want, that has happened. It has occurred. It is now your reality. And so it is. Thank you, babies. I love you so much. I hope you have a wonderful evening. Goodbye.